NATO chief has warned Putin that Putin will see a devastating consequence if he continues to threaten NATO, and that NATO members will not take lightly any threat from Putin, that Putin should dare NATO and will understand that NATO has a power to cause an irreversible and irrevocable damage, on Russia. Rutte was actually talking today, 18th of December, while addressing comments made by Putin earlier this week that Europe should be prepared that any deployment of troops, of European troops to Ukraine will mean a declaration of war, and Russia will strike with Oshnik, and Europe will not be able to recover. So today, NATO chief has fired back. Let me not talk too much. Watch it.
So the NATO chief, Mark Rutte, has warned Russia of some devastating consequences if it attacks Ukraine again after any future peace deal. Now, Mark Rutte further added that the security guarantees for Ukraine are being designed to deter any future Russian attack. And according to Rutte, the security guarantees for Ukraine will consist of 3 layers. The Ukrainian armed forces will be the first line of defense, a European-led multinational force will be the second layer, and the US will form the third layer.
And the security guarantees, as they are currently being designed, have 3 layers. Layer 1 is the Ukrainian armed forces. They will be, of course, like in Poland and everywhere in NATO territory, in this case outside NATO territory, in Ukraine, will be the first line of defense. The second line of defense is, of course, what the coalition of the willing under the leadership of the United Kingdom and France have been designing over the last couple of months. How can the Europeans help here, together with Canada, to make sure that the peace will be sustained? And the US, and this is the third element of this, the American president said in August that he wants the US to be part of those security guarantees.
The NATO's chief comments have come a day after the Russian President Vladimir Putin warned that Russia will in fact seek to extend its gains in Ukraine if the peace talks fail.
We are ready to hold talks and to resolve all the issues that have arisen in recent years by peaceful means. The U.S. administration is showing such readiness, and we are conducting dialogue with them. I hope the same will happen with Europe. It is unlikely that this will be possible with the current political elites, but in any case it will become inevitable as we continue to strengthen. If not with the current politicians, then with a change of political elites in Europe.
And further, the Russian president has blamed the West for unleashing the war in Ukraine. Putin claimed that Russia was only trying to end it. He also said that Moscow was deceived when it tried to resolve the conflict with negotiations in Minsk, forcing it to launch a military operation.
It was not us who started the war in 2022. It was destructive forces in Ukraine, supported by the West. It was basically the West themselves who unleashed this war. We are only trying to end it. Moreover, we initially tried to do so by peaceful means, through negotiations in Minsk, as you remember, and then were forced to include a military component because we realized that we were being deceived.
The developments have come amid some unprecedented tensions between Russia and Europe over the proposal to use Russian frozen assets to secure a huge loan to Kiev. The European Union has frozen about $247 billion of Russian central bank assets, which are mostly held at the Euroclear in Brussels. The complex plan involves EU lending an initial amount of $108 billion to Ukraine. This is about 2/3 of Kiev's funding needs for the years 2026 and 2027.
Congratulations! You've passed your GCE or baccalaureate, and now it's time to choose a professional university that opens real doors to your future. Let us introduce you to the African Higher Institute of Technology, a career-focused institution that not only awards internationally recognized certificates, but also guarantees direct employment opportunities upon graduation through its solid network of partner companies and institutions worldwide. This school operates in collaboration with the Cameroon Ministry of Higher Education, UBA Bank, St. Francis Xavier Institute, Canada. Located in Yaoundé, Mendong, away from the noisy town, IHIT provides the following for its students: a free brand new laptop immediately after paying a registration fee of 25,000 francs CFA, free high-speed internet access on campus, hands-on professional training, mentorship from local and international experts, offering courses like local government in accounting, finance and administration, computer engineering, artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, economics and finance, business and management, arts and education, law and public policy, agricultural sciences. Whether you dream of becoming a software developer, civil engineer, healthcare technician, or business strategist, ICT is your direct path to success. Apply now and take the bold step toward a future of innovation, professionalism, and global opportunity.